tab and a pen. Let's begin and have some fun. If you haven't been here before, my name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. Write it down, and please write down today's date at the top of that tablet. Everything I do is based on time. I like time to be something we invest in and not waste, but it's not easy. If you want something that's going to give you a magic wand, I don't have it. I can get you to million to billion, but you're going to get knocked down 1,000 times. You're going to have to get up every time. That's how it works. Now me, I made my first million through corporate structure. I was only 14 and a half. Got 2.6 billion at 26 through corporate structure as well. So maybe I can teach you a couple things or two. The ultimate goal. Now this is live. In case you have a question, you can type it out and I'll answer that as well. So as we do this, first of all, I'm going to say no pictures, no recording. I want you to put it here, so write it down. There might be a page or two I'll tell you to take a picture of. That way you understand what we're trying to get to and what our ultimate goal is anyway. So let's understand. The goal for me is to repackage people. I believe you're doing it wrong. I believe you follow silly people and you're following, like I call, ducks and sheep. So I always like to repackage somebody, kind of dissect what they're trying to do. Understand something. You've all tried everything you wanted to do to get to millionaire dream. Did you make it? The reality is you have questions, and when you start to learn something, you need a list. You got to check it twice. Now we know we've been naughty. We know sometimes we're not even nice. Do you want to be a millionaire? I'm hoping to say no. Would you like to be a corporate millionaire? See, there's a big difference how you receive money. I won't show things I never obtained. I'll just show things that I got and get to million to billion. So pretty simple to understand that too. Now understand, I got clients. Amazing. One client last year is going to file bankruptcy. She's upside down and all screwed up. But what did I do? I said, let me basically repackage you. She's like Humpty Dumpty once again. Now here, she just got back from Rome using her American Express Platinum card. Was it easy? Heck no. So let's understand something. She told me she spent over $100,000 to all these people, trying to train her and coach her to all these other things to do. What happened? She got stuck. She said she didn't really learn anything. A lot of blah, blah, blah. See, blah, blah, blah is good with rules and tools. Any other time, it's not going to help you at all. So the goal is, all right, she wasted time and money, the ultimate goal. Now, I want you to write down the word foundation. I want you to write down structure. Here's the problem. Okay, you're your biggest problem. Sorry, you are. You're in your own way. Foundation. If we don't have foundation and structure, we can't get where we want to go. Because what's going to happen, you're going to fall apart. And the ultimate goal is learning how to play the game. Now, I'd like you to write down today's date, like I said earlier today. Write it down. I'm a person who looks at time. I'm looking at accomplishing goals and moving ahead. And that's the ultimate goal. Every time you try to do something, you get knocked down 1,000 times and you have to get up again and again. That's just the way it's supposed to work. I'd like you to dissect yourself. That's right. I like to dissect your life, your house, your car, your family, your husband and wife, your kids. Any tax problem, any credit problem? All right, do we have basically anything from there? Do we have a judgment? Do we file bankruptcy? See, there's always a way to repackage you. And that's the ultimate goal. What is your ultimate goal? See, everybody says they want this or that, but the reality is, what's the bottom line? How do they go get it? There's rules and tools. There's steps. Without the steps and rules and tools, I think you're going to stay stuck the rest of your life. So let's understand. If you ever say you want to retire, you have to look at $5 million. You cannot retire unless you have less than, more than $5 million, period. The IRS says $5 million below a small company. Okay, so let's understand. $5 million, you can retire comfortably. If not, you're just going to be broke the rest of your life. So let's understand today. I'd like you to walk through your house and your office. I'd like you to think about all the things you have. You're working your tail off to get what you want, but what's going to happen is when you die, I want you to understand how to play the game. See, you should be building a legacy for your family. That's the ultimate goal. What happens to most people don't do that at all. Let's write down irrevocable trust. Irrevocable trust. Let's write down UCC1. A UCC1 is for the entitlement of ownership. House has a deed of trust, car has a pink slip. The ultimate goal is how to play the game to win. So as we play this game, remember something, we're going to work our tails off. When we do die eventually, we want to know where it goes, right? Irrevocable trust, the ultimate goal. So let's play the game to win. Now, the difference between irrevocable and revocable trust is who can change things as someone demise. In other words, I don't want anybody to change anything. I want exactly what I want it to be done when I'm gone. And that's why I want irrevocable trusts. Both work for planning, for estate planning. And that's the goal too. The ultimate goal is, why would you want to pay more tax when we don't have to? Now, here's one of those pages. As I said, I want you to take a picture. Go click, click, click. For me, it was pretty simple. I got tested at T. Winkle Junior High in the 8th grade. They found out I write with both hands and talk at the same time. I got perfect score on all the tests and SAT tests too. And then I went to go to Winch Coast College. They did find out I have a total recall brain and an IQ of 203. In the 6th grade, they said I was basically retarded because I write with both hands and talk at the same time. And I rhyme all the time. Oh, well, what can I say? What can I do? What did I do? I had 19 houses. By the time I was 17 and a half, driving my Lamborghini, I had 19 houses. I couldn't get number 20. See, at 20, the difference is it kept telling me no. I don't like the word no. So I heard no, and I went around the no, and I got a yes by trenching into my division process. By the way, I had 22,000 payphones too. See, I wanted this business to come money for me. I didn't want to run a business. I just wanted the money to come in. I wanted to be the owner. I wanted to be the bank. So that's what I think about you today, is becoming the bank. Let's think. See, your goal should be 10,000 to 100,000 a month. That should be your goal. How are you going to go get it? There's a problem. If we look at this apartment complex here, okay. All right, it was built in 1968. It cost $380,000. Now it's worth what? $3 million. What do we do? Let's see. They want 10% down. How are you going to go get it? Well, let's see. Why don't we build, $500,000 as a corporate credit? We can write off interest rate in the credit card and get some lines of credit. Wells Fargo comes with a credit card, $150,000 line of credit. Let's take 2 of those and get to $300,000. So if we're going to do something, let's basically do it, and let's use corporate credit. See, most of you took your money from your friends and family, all right, and for you, and what did you do? Seems like the whole world's doing the same stupid thing. They jacked up their credit. They didn't put a sticky there. They backed themselves in a corner, couldn't get any more, and hawked their house and brought the pain home. Is that what you did to you and your family? So if we do it my way for a little bit, what are we going to do? 10% down. I negotiate less than that. Use the monthly payment, the new loan, the income. So all of a sudden, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go think, well, I got $13,452. Ooh, look at me. I'm going to say, if one of them sue you, they're going to screw you and knock you down. I'm going to be direct and blunt. They sue you, they're going to what to you? They're going to knock you down. Everything you just fought for is all gone. If you would have took the time, literally, and dissect these pieces, you could have split deed each one. You could have assignment of mortgage. You could have been the damn bank. See, the moment you become the bank, they can't sue you. You can sue them if they don't pay. You just reverse the liability. Do you understand this? But that's $76,800 a month, all right, literally for 30 years. A month. Would you like that? See, the goal is you want to go get it. Without the foundation and structure, you're not going to do it. So let's understand. Clients, I recently got them 7 more locations. I got about 13 and basically in the hopper, what I call, ready to position somebody to obtain it and go get it. Here's 7 of them. They're done now. And that's the ultimate goal. Okay. How about we look at the storage units and the other pieces too? Let's go to Freddie Mac first. The HUD program, they're financing. Okay. Let's say we take a broker's list and we look at all these apartment complexes or in different states in every city. Okay, no problem. You know what happens? They're financing 80, 90%. I'm getting 98% and getting a discount from the seller. And then they're giving 100,000 per every 20 units that need to be remodeled. So by the time I'm done playing, I get it for free. And the ultimate goal, I needed some subdivisions on top of that. And what do we need next? Okay, I need to get some money. Section 8 is kind of fun. They always pay even during a pandemic. So what do we do with that money they gave us to fix them up? 20, 100,000 per 20. That's 360 units. Oh, let's see. That's 300,000. We reference 3 times 5. We turn it over $1 million. See, borrow money is not taxable. And if you understand borrow money not being taxable, you want to leverage it to more money. See, businesses are actually built on debt. Manageable debt offset taxes. I got 6 clients or storage units now. I got a bunch of those lined up as well, but they're division process. See, here's a half a big notes of goodies I obtained. Well, this is about 15 years ago. You ought to see the list today, but the ultimate goal is going to be up to you. Now, God's gift. I had a problem living in Huntington Harbor. There's 5 islands. I have properties in all 5 islands. That's good. But my biggest problem is I have 3 yachts, a race boat, Duffy, and Sea-Doos. I got to go to which house to go pick up a goodie. That's no fun. So I got the Lord's Jew dock in Huntington Harbor, by the way. So that's for Ray Reynolds University. I want to name it on all the things and write it all off. Even in Duffy, when I take my wife to Captain Jack's on Friday for dinner. Isn't that romantic? We get to play. Oh, there's that $100 million building as well, too. And that Lamborghini. Well, here's the damn keys. Bum, bum, bum. See, I have a car collection under the corporation. I like the Lamborghini Diablo as well. Helicopters, Lamborghinis. See, here's my problem. I've been picked on since I was a little boy. That kind of sucks. I got born in a taxi. She threw me away. She didn't want me. I got to be a Mrs. Hope, the she devil from hell. You see, that's just me in 1981 at the YMCA in El Toro. I hit my head that night. I got a gouge. That hurt. See, I always look at it this way. You can kick it. You can basically touch it. You can kick it. I was kicking the door jam at 10. Then the basketball hoop at T-Wico Junior High. You know what I did? I kicked out the lights that night when the Guinness Book of Records guy pissed me off. Says, where's the wires? So, well, guess what? See, I believe you can accomplish any goal you've ever had. Well, the only thing in your way is you. So the word no, why do you accept it? I'll bet you heard the word no from people all your life and you accepted it and you knew it wasn't true. I bet you signed a contract knowing it was wrong. That intuition, that same thing inside. See, Jesus is trying to tell you, don't do it, but you did it anyway. No to me means they're stupid. I'm sorry, that's what I think. When they say no, it can't be done, it's just stupid. Let's find a way anyway. So we got 1,000 steps, not easy. How do we get through the steps? Well, the second version of what I created, the Millionaires Founders Kit. I sold it at the Bonaventure for 32 years, 5,000 a set every week, kind of fun. So if you want a true blueprint, there you go. The blueprint for success. I created that when I was 9.5 years old, by the way. See, you got to stop treading water and playing it safe. What do I mean? Everything to me is rules, tools, and steps. I want to get you to a 750 score. That means you have to rebuild your credit, not this credit repair flaky stuff too. The next, you need a corporation, a bunch of divisions. Next thing we have to think about is checkbook money. Then we got to look at basically, all right, what I look at is lines of credit up to $1 million. How about we get supply and vendor credit? See, if we're going to accomplish the goal, and I'm going to get you to where you want to go towards the end of this program, I need you to have a foundation and the structure too. So what are we going to do? Very simple. These are must-haves. So let's understand. You have a corporation. Oh, goody for you. You'll probably call one of my call centers and go, well, I don't have a corporate, got an LLC. Do you know how stupid that sounds like from somebody saying that? An LLC is a corporation. I don't get this. They call and say they don't have a corp, they have an LLC. They spend thousands of dollars doing a CPA, an attorney, or corporate service, and they didn't learn diddly squat. See, there's the problem. When you're stuck with me, you're stuck with me every step of the way. All right, I might have people to help us, but guess what you get to do? You get to play with me, and I get to play with you. There's that rhyming thing again, too. You see, if you don't have a corp, I'll hand you one for free. That's right, free. You pay your filing fee. Simple. Why don't we stop bringing the pain home, put our ducks in a row, let's repackage you. That's why I always call it repackaging America. Kind of fun. But again, you got choices to play. So let's understand today. You see that homeless program called Raise 360. See, homeless parks every 6 miles under the freeway. This affordable housing crap, it's ridiculous. These idiots are just pissing away money. We were in surplus last year, and they can't even find the money this year. They can't even know where they spent it. So what do we get to do? Simple. Raise 360. It's homeless parks under every 6 miles of the freeway. It's the only thing that actually works. We got programs like people coming out of prison. Free Ray Ricky Dickie Ross, 20 years in prison. How about some gold and platinum cards, unlimited? Thomas is in prison for 26 years. Damn, that's a long damn time. Within 6 months, I got him brand new dump trucks. How about Michael, God rest his soul? Costner, all right, Arnold, all right, presidents, very simple. Giovanni for Pixar. All right, Ultimate Gold College Professor. All right, we got a basic Superman for Gold's Gym. Old Kirk and Vega of SSL 2. And she's got her little videos out there, 1,000,000 too. See, what happens is no matter where you come from, I can rebuild every one of you. I incorporate Lakers, Dodgers, Angels, and Clippers too. It's kind of fun for me. So let's understand. I'll bet you sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. You're going to start a business, honey. Let's jack up the credit cards. Let's drop the score. Let's get stuck. Let's can't get any more. Let's talk to our house and let's be stupid. Well, that was what you did. I want a credit card in your person, in your pocket. I want to stick you there. I'd like you to understand rules and tools. Since I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough at TRW, became a Spearman, you might just want to learn the rules and tools and that stick you in the back of the card. See, I'm sorry, but you jacked up the wrong damn card. Why would you jack up these cards? They fluctuate. These don't. These do, these don't. I mean, don't you understand how to play? No one told me, Ray. No one told me too. See, that's just a damn excuse because you fall like ducks and sheep, and that's got to stop. The goal is to never bring the pain home. So let's play my way for a while. So let's understand, very basic, simple. Rules and tools. I created the 29% rule, period, when I was training Yarborough. All cards but 2 fluctuate. So why would we jack up the ones that fluctuate? That'd be kind of stupid. Why don't we jack up the ones that are up to $1 million friggin' dollars? And we maintain the 750 as long as we maintain the payment. Isn't that what we should be doing? Why do people do stupid? I don't understand stupid. Do you understand stupid yet? I don't. So let's understand how to play. Now it's called Ray's Rules. The 29% rule. We're doing rules and tools. Structure and foundation. All right. You ever had no shit day? Seriously, have you had no shit day? All right. I mean, come on. Every time when something goes wrong, it's, oh, shit. What did you do? I lost my job. My credit score sucks. My wife lost her cell phone. Where's my little helper in the car to tell me how to drive? Oh, I got a flat tire. Oh, shit. I messed it up again. Oh, shit. I need the money today, not friggin' tomorrow. Everybody says tomorrow. What a crock. Tomorrow means I don't know what the hell they're talking about. One of my books is coming out called Bullshit Doesn't Pay Your Bills. Now, debt consolidation nowadays is crap. It's not like it was consumer credit counseling, one of my companies from years ago and all the credit bureaus. Debt consolidation, good luck. How about bankruptcy? Did you know there's a company called Statewide? They report information from the courts, state and federal government. Did you know if you sealed your damn record, they wouldn't be able to put the bankruptcy in your credit file in the first place? What's wrong with you? Why the hell do you do that? I didn't know any better. Who the hell taught me? It's God and me. I fight to get out of hell. See, people are lazy. Half the people in this world are freaking lazy. You got to understand how to follow through and think for yourself, not follow ducks and sheep. While you're rebuilding your credit, understand you should have a division of me. That's right. I charge $999 for that. Division process, I invented that. Let's file it. Let's get a tax ID. Let's add it to a bank account. Let's go get some credit. We could play the game to win. See, you didn't give yourself but one chance to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, the muscle will be dead. So if you want a division of me, there you go. Click it. Take a picture. Zell, zell, zell. Let's understand. The banks, 6 banks, major banks, bought Zelle July 6, 2022. See, they wanted to shut down more locations. That's why they did it. And, you know, Bank of America shut down 7,001 locations now. Boom. They bankrupt the debt. And they have the money and the assets. And they write off on their taxes. So let's plan the problem. That's right. I don't believe you plan the problem. And I believe you get your assets kicked. And we got to stop that too. So if we look at writing down today's date, like I asked you to, we're looking at 90 working days. Let's keep going towards the goal because we're going to get knocked down 1,000 times anyway. And let's not give up. That's the goal. A corporation's a legal person. It's right there. But if it gets sued, they sue you. You're the voice of the corporation. So let's understand what a corporation should do. These are Ray's rules. In my opinion, that's all it is today. Okay. Why a corporation? First of all, it can receive money and not pay tax till it's profitable. Okay. It can get corporate credit, write it all off. Okay. I like that. And get a car at fleet price and a free buffet at the hotel. Now, who's the duck and the sheep? The division. See, you've allowed yourself to be a duck and a sheep, and that's wrong, but that's up to you. A division is a line of defense. A division, they're cheap, multiple functions, buy a wholesale price. I got a client named Michael. Michael started a construction business. His construction business is Michael Construction. The only thing you do is construction. Isn't it kind of dumb? Shouldn't it be a management company having a construction division? Construction division would make more sense. See that corporate umbrella? So we have multiple functions and multiple credit reports, and we buy at wholesale price. I like that. Now, the next thing is real estate. I'm sorry, you're going to have a lousy tenant. You're going to have a shithead that doesn't pay their bill. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. You're going to have a turd that's going to try to knock you down. Everybody wants it for free. This world is getting crazier by the day. Everybody wants to sue everybody because half of them are friggin' lazy. So why don't we create a line of defense? That way, if we get a bad piece out of a corporation or divisions, what do we get to do? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate, put that sucker over here. Your bank's bankrupt branches, cities and grocery stores in your face, and you didn't bother to check it out how they get to do that too. The shame is on you. So you got to learn to play and build a corporation's construction and what? All right, division process, a corporate umbrella, foundation, and what? Structure. See, debt follows tax ID, but tax ID builds credit reports. So we can build a bunch of this. Isn't that fun? Is it easy? No. Whoever told you something would be easy? Okay, it's never easy. Now, basically in the 80s, I set up my dashboards. Here I'm training Yarborough, TRW, and Spear and playing with him. And then I created a way to set up an instant credit file. Person, corporation, division, subsidiary. By using SSN or SS4. Well, you only get one SSN. Damn, that sucks. One chance to try, as long as you're trying, we're not dying. If you're not trying, we might as well be dead. That sucks. So the world out there, out through those big glass windows right there, they're all doing it wrong. What's wrong with them? They bring the pain home because they have only one SSN in credit files. When an SS4, you can get as many as you need. When I started setting this up and helping people, it's kind of fun. Back in '92. Set up an instant credit report for you and your corp and your division too. We get to play. Now, while you're setting up a corporation and building that up and away, think about who's going to guarantee the building, the lease, the car, the apartment complex, or the storage unit. Who's going to guarantee this stuff? How about a division of me? I'll guarantee it. See, I don't sign my name to anything. I'll sign a division of me with the tax ID. There's your Zell again. So let's think. If I get your tax ID, I'm allowed to add history to it, and then I can pop you a bunch of credit from here, and you can finance the American dream. Is it easy to make $50,000 or easier to spend $612 a month to maintain $50,000 in corporate credit? The average person wastes $50 every other day. Why don't we go get some checkbook money as well? Let's play. Here's the SS4 form. What happens is most people don't pay attention. The banks and grocery stores have branch numbers, and that's what they do. They have a separate tax ID. Do you see line 1 right there? It says legal name of entity or individual person. That means I can set up a credit file instantly using a tax ID for person, corporate, division. And what we look at, it says one thing on the bottom. It says banking and credit purposes. The only form I could ever find that the IRS ever created for banking and credit purposes is the SS4. And that's per entity, by the way. So we're going to set up cash reports, sparing, change in Equifax, corporate credit, write it all off an interest rate under the tax ID. Would that be okay? See, a division, it's like having the shopping centers or the Shakey's, the Subways, the 31 flavor ice cream in the donut store. Those are divisions. Which one's going to sue me and try to screw me up? I don't know. Do you? You have a crystal ball? How about we plan the problem so we can disconnect, isolate, incorporate in case we have an oh shit day? I'm sorry, but it's true. You can have a bad tenant as well. Why don't we build supplying cash credit? Now, the only thing I'm willing to do and sacrifice is a division. See, you've been sacrificing you and your family long enough. Shouldn't you knock that off? Okay, shouldn't you build a line of defense? And the only thing you're willing to lose is the division of the corporate and your family. See, isn't it more important to understand how to play the game? Structures, rules, and tools. All right, and that's the ultimate goal as we play this game. So let's understand. If you're going to guarantee a credit card, in the future, you can use a division of you. If you're going to go get a house, it can be a division of you. If you're going to go get a franchise, it's going to be a division of you. See, it takes two divisions for every transaction. One to receive it, one to guarantee it. See, I don't want you to be a duck and a sheep, but that's up to you. We get to play the game. Structure, foundation, and that's pretty important. So let's understand you're not a duck anymore. How about we put a corporation umbrella together, put our ducks in a row, and then we build credit to the corporation of 100,000. Why don't we go get more per entity? You're entitled to build more credit per entity as you did the parent company. Because you're only one of you, the corporation's one, two. How about the divisions and we multiply? Would that be okay if we actually build $1 million of credit? Not easy to do, but it can be done. The ultimate goal, sometimes it takes 3 months, 6 months. Sometimes it takes a year. Now, this attorney ripped off my client. It's terrible. He took her duplex out of the irrevocable trust that I set up before her husband passed away. God rest his soul. And then I basically went after the attorney and said, you got to give her back her money because what you did was stupid. I found that he had more complaints, so that was easy to do. So let's understand. If I line you up for a duplex, and we're going to get it through the division, we're going to need 3 divisions, duplex. We're probably going to need 4 now. So let's understand. All of a sudden, here's the duplex. Now, what's our problem? Where's the liability? Everywhere. See, the bank is the liability because you have a loan. We got to get the duplex in a division. We got to have what? 2 subdivisions. Who guarantees the loan? A division of me. So if we do this correctly, we can make sure that unit A or B, I don't know which one's going to slip and fall and try to sue us and kind of mess us up. We can also do assignment of what? Equity. Deed of trust, assignment of rents. So we can protect the asset as we're going to get money coming in. So the next thing is like a house, it needs 1. Duplex needs 3 or 4. Fourplex needs 5 or 6. Danny's problem is I found a location for Danny. I build him up. He's in one of my millionaire groups at 6 in the morning on Saturday morning. He's already got about $3 million of credit now. But Danny's problem is he said he had all the divisions in place. He kind of lied. In other words, he thought he could play catch up. Without foundation and rules and tools and structure, you can't play catch up. So we closed escrow on these units. That was nice. There's 64 units. Out of 64 units, how many divisions do we need? It's simple. We need 66. See, 1 division to receive the apartment complex, 1 to guarantee it, and 66, what? 64 for subdivisions. So they assign the leases. The only problem Danny did is he thought he could play catch up. Danny screwed up. Within 3 months, one of the people in basically unit 36 sued. And the reality is they, hurt their toe coming out of a bathtub. Looks like it's our fault, right? The insurance said it's worth $5,000. That person wanted $20,000. No, they wanted $50,000. They did settle last Thursday for $20,000. Ultimately, go, we had a division. What could we have done? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate, put it over here. And if they don't want to settle, we file bankruptcy. See, it's supposed to be what's reasonable. Now watching TikTok, YouTube, and all the things online saying, hey, if you've been in an accident, this is what you can do. Sign up for this to go get some more money. I'm sorry. There's a lot of bloodsucker attorneys on TV every day, but that's on you. So if we plan the problem with the divisions, subdivisions, we can make sure we don't what? Bring the pain home. So let's understand. A division should be aging with the corporation. Okay? From there, the division should be set up to be able to purchase the business you want to purchase in the first place. Because you're never going to have enough money, plus you don't want the liability too. So the ultimate goal. The way I designed the thing based on the division process in 85, 86, if I have 9 divisions, I need 9 more subdivisions. That's usually basically a laundromat or dry cleaners. All right, you're going to get that 36. 36 is because you want a storage unit. All right, you want basically an apartment complex, then it's a 72. See, based on structure and foundation, based on the division process, is how many you have will actually choose what you're going to go get. So once again, the 18 is going to be basically a franchise, maybe a Wendy's, a hair place, or a McDonald's, or could be basically a dry cleaner, it could be a laundromat, could be a car wash. If I'm going to do storage units, I need the 36. If I'm going to do an apartment complex, I need the 72. So I got to have my foundation. That's the ultimate goal. So remember, the way I designed it, 85, 86, here's the corporation, here's the division, 3 subs, 2 more, 1 more. That makes it 16. By the time we're done in about 3 years, you're going to have about basically $16 million of credit, because you're never going to quit building credit up and away. So again, division process, simple to do. So let's understand. To set up a division with the tax ID, we have to add history first, 2000 history. From there, we're going to daisy chain the credit first, next. From there, what are we going to do? Tax ID. Debt follows tax ID. Tax ID allows us to build credit reports. Credit reports, we can get more credit to finance the dream. That's the ultimate goal. So if we did a division process, if you ever want one, you call the office, since I invented them anyway, $4.99, 3 for $14.97. What happens is you can get 3 for $9.99, 9 for $24.99. Tonight, you can actually, if you paid for 3, you're going to get 6. You pay for 9, you're going to get 18. Take a picture. It's only good tonight anyway. And it basically is the ultimate goal, how to play the game. Let's understand subdivisions. Every time we have a problem, you become the duck and the sheep. If it's a corporation, all right, it's the duck or the sheep. If a corporation umbrella has a division, then the division's the duck or the sheep. If you guarantee it as you, SSN, you're the duck and the sheep. If it's a division, guarantee a division, it's not you. And your name's not on the form anyway. For the ones who want to go get 20 to 40 to 60 divisions simultaneously, so they can build that and go after the dream, here you go. Normally up to $32,000 for 64 divisions. It's pretty expensive, but it gives you the liability, off you anyway. So tonight, if you wanted to, all right, 20, 40, and 60 divisions, all right, take a picture. That's your discounted price. It's up to you if you did it during this process. If not, you can always call my office and pay the normal pricing. They're on base and a commission anyway. All right, there's your sell. All right. So in other words, if I have a corporation and they sue it, they would sue me. And if I use my personal credit, then I screwed it up too, right? How do I do what I need to do without screwing things up? Corporation has a division. My name's not on it. My division can have babies 101, 102, 103, A, B, and C. So I can build divisions and subdivisions. Each legitimate transaction, each legitimate foundation and structure has the ability to build credit to it as well. And that's the goal in case we have a bad piece. So if we do this correctly, let's understand. What should we do? Based on how many division process is what type of business you're going to go after. And that's how it structures. So as we play this game. So let's understand, what does a division do? Not only get the tax ID and build credit reports, we can build up to $1 million per entity. The other thing is I had a problem in 96 and 97. My problem is having $53 million of credit cards. See, I've been collecting these since I was a little kid. When I started Helping Hand Industries, they came in the mail. So book after book after book. So my problem basically, all right, in 96, 97 is I had $53 million of credit cards. They're going to streak my limits. That's no fun. So I decided to do exactly what I'm going to tell you to do. I put the process together in the matrix. In other words, I took 41 divisions and I took credit cards and I took the money off the card and loaned out money under C191D. When I did that in the 41 divisions, by the time I was done, it took me about 18 months to do that. Literally what I had is $190,000 a month. So I realized if I used the credit as a tool, I could actually become the bank. And that's $190,000 a month just for the corporation and the division process. Is that good? And then the assets behind that were $1.1 billion. So we can actually play the game to win. So you might want to get a copy of one of my books called Buckets of Money. And that's what I got to do. That was in 1998, by the way. So let's play. Now, the next matrix is pretty simple. Remember, I had 53 million of credit cards. All right, and I'm trying to save them. So the next one was $16 million of credit. What can I do? I created $661,000 a month. I'm just having fun. See, you didn't turn it into a game and you stress yourself out and you made the duck and the sheep. Why would you want to be a duck and a sheep? So let's understand buckets of money. Every division should be classified as a bucket of money, and you go get an asset or guarantee the asset. Now, divisions. I had a problem in that coma almost 15 years ago come this Friday. All right, what did I do? My wife wanted to take one of the yachts out in the backyard. We got 3 yachts. The group of people to watch the fireworks. No problem. I got to die the next day. Someone had a virus. Came out of the coma, got to survive. Guess what I got to do? Be homeless again. I said, honey, go over to Mark's place. See, Mark's family owns Jewelry Mart. No problem. We go in there. Honey, I'll be right back. I'm walking with an oxygen tank like I'm 150 years old. I come back to the car. She says, where's your Rolex? Where's your wedding ring? I said, honey, they're being cleaned. I lied to my wife. I lied to her today. Flat out. I'm to protect her. All right. It's bad enough she signed a POA. So I like the number 8. Why? I was born on the 8th. Every race car, motorcycle, and boat have the number 8 on it. 8 and 0 are infinity beyond. I came out of the coma. I filed a bankruptcy in 2011 because all they were doing was harassing me on the phone because someone stole my life anyway. What did I do? Well, I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks because I have my divisions of me and my closet divisions too. So I got a backup and a backup because I planned the problem. Next, I bought my wife her next dream house. Why do you stay down? Do these not work or something? See, that S is 4 right there. Person, corp, division, subsidiary. What do we get to do? Let's see, division of me. Let's listen very carefully. That's one of the Lamborghinis in the car collection. Here's the key. That is $6,800 a month. All right, what do we got? All our real estate, apartment complexes, commercial real estate, everything we're doing millions and billions. Okay, what if I have a bad piece? What did I do? That Lamborghini was guaranteed by a division of me in a division. That means I keep all these pieces in place like the banks and grocery stores do. I got a problem, I get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, put it over here. Under the Federal Protection Act, public record, if I can't say within 6 months, I will probably bankrupt it. But I didn't hurt everything else. You allowed yourself to be a duck and a sheep. Why did you do that? You never had to. Your Bank of America is bankrupt 7,000 locations plus. Look at Geico. Look at Cities. Look at what? Walmart. Look at Sam's Club. See, the game is to play to win. When you guarantee a lease, it shouldn't be you. It should be a division of you. From there, if we have properties, we have to have each property in a division. We don't know which one's going to slip, fall, and sue us and screw us up. It's up to you. From there, we got to receive money. Money to the SS4, that's taxable till you're profitable. You're receiving money the wrong way, most of you anyway. So we can play the game to win. Credit, you have 12 acts. I like the fair lending act. One card can get 99 more. Why don't we finance the American dream? See, you've tried your whole life to get to where you want to go. I mean, come on, how old are you today? Look at the past, present, future. All right, all the times you messed up your credit, the up and down show. If we do it here, we're going to build up the future. We're going to put and understand who you are today because of what you've been through. But if we do it my way, guess what we're going to do? We're going to finance everything and offset the taxes too. That's why I always want you to think about if you want a building, a car, apartment complex, storage unit, you should have a division of me. And I'll set that up for you for $9.99. It's a zell. So it's like the car. I mean, I don't understand. I want to repackage your whole life. I believe you're doing it wrong. I'm sorry, this is my belief. You went to the car dealership, you got sweated for 5 hours, you got 9 inquiries, and you lost $20,000. And then you look on TikTok, oh, they're going to give you a write-off for the car. I don't give a damn about the write-off. I give a damn about who's the registered owner. And every bumpity bump they sue the registered owner, whether it's you. Should it not be division, tax ID, leave price? That's how you buy a car. Okay? Why would you ever want to be a duck and a sheep? The car you drive today, look around all the freeways. Billboards everywhere, bloodsuckers everywhere, even on TV. Everybody wants to sue everybody. Shouldn't we plan the problem? What do we get to do? We don't bring the pain home like you. All right. Rebecca Schaefer. It broke my heart. The DMV sold her driver's license information. Man went to her door and blew her head off. That sucks. All right. God rest her soul and her family. They created the Schaefer bill. So let's understand. I want you to understand privacy. So today, I'd like you to take your driver's license, insurance, registration. I'd like you to stop doing what you do today. See, the world's getting crazier by the moment. P.O. Box, mail, and address. I'd like you to stop bringing the pain home and repackage your whole life. I want to do it my way because I think your way sucks, just to be honest with you. So if we take our driver's license, insurance, registration, we change it to a P.O. Box or mail and address. We don't even let the police officer know where we live. And I guess he'll put it on the system too. Under the Privacy Act, I've always had P.O. Box of mine. California allows that. So Mary is just like you, sorry to say, but it's true. Mary came to me after she screwed it all up. Mary is Ivy League, works for Apple, VP, $250,000 a year. She married her third grade sweetheart. Great story. She gave $10,000 to the attorney. He's going to look at the leases and give her options. She gave $5,000 to the CPA. He's going to look at the books. See, Mary got to learn how to cook. Grandma taught her how to cook. Well, that's good. Mary used $98,000 of her personal credit. She started her restaurant and went credit from score from 800 to crap. Call the attorney CPA. What did I do? What's the response? They don't know crap. They're still practicing law trying to get it right. Mary's restaurant failed. They filed bankruptcy. It forced her personal bankruptcy. She lost her home, and her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. He says, I didn't sign up for that, honey. I love you, but I don't go through that rabbit hole again. So your problem is, and Mary's problem is she came to after the fact she screwed it up. Okay, so let's rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. Make you a money-making machine. That's the goal. So I get people and they get stuck. I don't understand. Gary, I get him 85,000 credit. He sits there going, what are you doing, Gary? Then he got 195. Then he got the apartment complex and screws it up because he didn't do his division process. Bill got 75. Carrie got 210. And I got her to do bridge loans as well. See, our problem with checkbook money, the moment I line you up to get money from the bank and unsecured 150, is this is starting to move. In other words, the moment you get the money in your bank account, what happens in 45 days? The bill's due. So you better be able to pull the trigger to put something in escrow or do what's called a bridge loan. See, it's like today, we could actually set up and supply and vendor credit. Supply and vendor credit if we want to do that as well. It's called OPM money. From there, we can build up a Dun & Bradstreet. Now, I'd like you to take a picture right here. Go clickety-click. See, here's the problem. Because you didn't follow the right rules and tools and you brought the pain home, most of you, and we got to rebuild you. Let's look at Best Buy, Office Depot, Office Max, these other cards. See, this is supply credit, all right, that can turn to cash. You could actually balance your debt. That's what I did for Billy. And he was a homeless guy laying on the street outside Bank of America. I got him 51,000. So if we want to sell on Amazon and eBay, what do we get to do? We get to make money now. So let's understand. I want to do real estate, Ray. Good for you. All right. Which one's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up? I do know. Well, then you put them into divisions. See, I don't know which one's going to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. So I got to plan the problem. My house payment offsets my taxes. Next, I got to understand that Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Why the hell would they pay tax? See, you got to understand how to play the game to win, but that's up to you. In other words, quit being you, because being you sometimes sucks. If I rebuild you here, I want the green card. That's unlimited, all right, $100,000, two sisters for 30. So that's 160. If we got 160 times 9, that means every division is going to have a different type of business. Wendy's, all right, TacoBell, all right, Shakey's, 31 flavor, see multiple functions, piece of property, real estate, apartment complex, car wash. That's how I designed it all. So from here, we got Bank of America times 9, Wells Fargo times 9, all of a sudden Inc. times 9, and we got American Express times 9. So if we build up to 5 million, What's our thing to do next? The bank. The bank gives us money called checkbook money. This means up to 150, even B of A here says bridge the gap. Up to 150, as long as you have a 2-year corporation. Simple, with no guarantee. All right, no, it's basically equity as well. So what do we get to do? So it's not secured. It's basically a signature loan. These are my 5 favorite ones. I like these. I call it checkbook money. As long as I have divisions, I get to 5.4 million. And if I have divisions, I can project $1 million in sales. Isn't that the goal? Up to $1 million in sales. So if we write down credit, loan, and money, the way I designed the system in the first place, we take the credit, we can loan out some money, all right, turn loans and make money. So here's the way it worked. Corporation does not do business. It creates a line of defense. It has a division for franchise, division, apartment complex, multiple functions. In my series, my first series 47 years ago, I put financial freedom. I put cash flow for your time. So let's focus. I don't want you to be rich. I want you to focus on $10,000 a month, then $100,000. It's not a lot of money. Don't think it is, because it's not. $100,000 a month is only $1.2 million. I risk this $5 million business, all right, below a small company. So we got to start somewhere, 10 to 100,000. Now, if you needed money to your corporation today, you can get it through me. It's going to be up to you. 25,000 normally is 10%, $2,500. That way I can give you 10 times your investment. That'd be kind of fun. If it's done right now during this broadcast, 25,000 is $999. If you wanted $50,000, simple. It's usually 5,000. All right, but again, during this broadcast, it's going to be $1,999. I want to give you more than 10 times your investment. 100,000 is usually $10,000, usually 40% discount. Today, if it was done now, it would be $29.99 for 100,000. That way we can build your credit for your corporation and your divisions too. And what it is, it's a Zell. Ultimate goal. So I don't believe you have your time. I would like you to get up an hour earlier tomorrow morning. I'm up every day at 2:25. Always have been since I was 2.5 years old. After going to my knees and thanking God for yesterday, today, tomorrow, I go look in the mirror. I've been giving myself the mirror test since I was 2.5 years old. The only one to get me out of hell was me. God, me. So let's make you a money-making machine. Remember, I told you to take a picture of these earlier today. Those are the type of business I'd like you to focus on. Next, from there, I'd like someone to drive you around your city today. I don't want you to drive. I want someone to drive you. Sit in the front seat where the visor is. Why? Because I don't think you actually understand. You have tunnel vision when you drive, which you're supposed to. But if somebody drives you around, look at all the goodies. Why don't you own these? Why don't you own these things? The person who does is no different than you. Why don't you own these things? Let's put yourself in check and understand something. Somebody owns them and you should own them as well. And that's a corporation with division process. So if we look at a coaching program, that means you're stuck with me every step of the way on a weekly basis. Isn't that terrible? I'm going to have some fun. All right, the office will support everything I want them to do too. Let's understand a blueprint call. We have to blueprint you, past, present, future, family, corporation, division, irrevocable trust. We got a plan to die, plan to live, car, house, auto income, cash flow for you per time. I'd like to make sure if you ever do a blueprint call with me, you have your spouse or your partner of life. Why? It's simple. I'm a guy. My wife gives me the look. Every man knows the look. Better work, I'll kill you look. That's what we get. By the way, that hour for both of you is $999. So I'm going to go after a boring business. If it was you and me, I'd go spend $40,000 off of a corporate credit card. That got me laundromats, dry cleaning, car wash. That got me pay phones and all kinds of stuff. The $40,000 is an investment. Division process $3,000 to $10,000 a month. If I spend $100,000 a month, then I'm going to target a business that gives me $45,000 a month. Probably a laundromat. From there, $250,000, I'm going to go get an apartment complex, storage units, up to $75,000 a month. So I'm going to pick a boring business. See, I believe when you go to the expo, you're stuck. Which one do I pick? How about I help pick it for you? So we get you past go. I'd like you to own it, not run it. Would that be okay? If you're the investor, that's all I want you to do. From there, I'd like you to think about 100,000. So if you want to get your feet wet, do this 6 weeks coaching. At least you'll find out we're not fully, you know what? We're actually going to help you get through the process. So 6 weeks of coaching. From there, we had the blueprint call. On top of that, we're going to give you 25,000 cash credit. And then we're going to put you in expedited rapid. And we're going to put you in all my classes, level 1, 2, 3, in specialty classes every time. So you get to play with me, normally 11,562. Today, if you did it during this broadcast, all right, it's more or less than 50%. It's $4,999. And you're still Zell. That's all you need to do. So let's think. I like real estate, franchise, storage units. I wrote books on all these things. And that's the thing to do to play the game. We look at 6 weeks, 3 months, 12 months, and 6 months. Okay. So let's think. If you and I are on the phone, we do a blueprint call. We blueprint you past, present, and future. Then we start creating a list. The list is very simple. Every time we're on the phone, we're going to review last week, currently, the classes, and what do we need to do next. See, I think you're going to get stuck and lost. With the list, we get you past go. 3 months lines you up, 6 months you get your first unit, 12 months you should have multiple units, and we look at the IRS saying 5 million below a small company. So once we get that 100,000 a month, we want to go for a $5 million company. What I just said is in front of you. We play this game the right way. Now I'm going to fight with you and getting through the escrow to get you the pieces. I'll get you the broker's list, and now you can look at the things you're going to buy. And we position you to get the credit anyway. So we're going to basically hold your hand to get through that process. You're stuck with me. The goal is what again? 10,000, 100,000 a month. That would be the ultimate goal. So that means weekly we're going to analyze you. I now have 4 full-time people doing analyzations, all calls and all classes. You're stuck with me. The rapid rescore for 90 days too. So let's understand what we're going to do. In that 3, 6, 12, or 6 weeks, you and I are going to work in projections, limits and cards, all right, talk to creditors, all right, daisy chain credit, and increase your limits all the way. So the ultimate goal. So let's understand, all right, if you wanted to get into the 3 months program, that means you would put $1,000 down today, $1,000, you would finance your balance of $69.99. During the coaching time, you can finance it. The reality is you normally get 100,000 in credit. If you put a down payment, you get only half of that credit. You get 50 grand. You pay in full, then you get 100,000. If you did the 6 months, 1,000 down, it's $15,000. Then you're stuck with me. You get 150,000 in credit. You put a down payment, then you get 75,000. From there, the 12 months is $30,000. That means we're going to build you 300,000 in credit. If you do 1,000 down in a monthly payment or bi-weekly, what do you try to do? It's simple. That means you get 150. Now I get clients, some of them are very aggressive, probably about 25%. As they get going, they go, Ray, I want 5 to 10,000. So I'll position them as well. See, some clients want to get their hands dirty and do all the work. Other clients want to let me do the work with them and for them. So you got to cater to everybody. And that's the ultimate goal, $5 to $10 million. So let's understand. I have a team of people that worked with for years, and I can do the work for you, with you, and close your escrow. But the only difference is you and I will probably be partners in that business. So if you want us to rebuild you that way, we can do that as well. It's kind of like when I get you the money, and I get basically what I call checkbook money. Problem you've got is, remember, that bill's due in 45 days. All right, you need to go in escrow, or you need to do a bridge loan. So let's understand. The average $50,000 credit card, if I charge it or max it out, it's going to cost me basically $612.26. We break it down to $5,000, $25 and more. And what do we look at? What's going to cost us? So if I got a credit card of $5,000, I can't max it out. It has to be a lot more. 29% rule. If it's corporate credit, it usually doesn't show up on personal credit reports. So if I take and I pay the brokers a $2,000 fee, and I hand them $5,000 off of a card, what do? My payment's no more than 130 a month, but I'm getting between 809 and 900 a month. So if I minus the payment, did I not just gain 700 bucks, 800 bucks a month? See, that's what's called a bridge loan if you're not ready to go into escrow. You loan out the money, you turn it into a profit center. From there, 10,000, all right, based on that money, it can be anywhere from $1,000+ a month income. Next thing is we look at, basically, it's going to almost double its money, 15 months. $25,000, all right, it's going to be like $1,800 to $2,000 a month. And that's the ultimate goal. So if we do this correctly, if we got money faster on our credit cards, we can loan it out. If we got checkbook money, if we're not ready to go into escrow, we can loan it out. What did we do? I got a client, she was basically laid off from her job. She got $30,000 in the bank. Ray, I want to do a bridge loan for $12,000. She did that. She got $1,100 a month, simple. All right, for 15 months. She couldn't find a job fast, so she did another one. So this gave her almost $2,300 a month. So she has an income while she's trying to find that job. Then she started a business, and that would blow up as well. So it's kind of fun. So again, auto income. So take a picture. That's if you do a bridge loan, you turn it into income base. From there, that's how I created cash flow free per time. I was just trying to save my credit cards too. From there, we can always multiply entities. What do we look at? Buckets of money. I took my matrix, $4.6 million, and I turned $190,000 a month. I'm just trying to save the credit cards. Then I realized the assets behind that were $1.1 billion. That's only $190,000 a month. So credit and credit cards become a paycheck to the corporation. You get a paycheck after that too. 41 divisions, 1998 auto income. So auto income, think of 10,000, 100,000 a month. That would be the ultimate goal. Remember the type of business I want to go after. Usually checkbook money goes after small business. Apartment complex storage unit, that's going to be a blueprint loan because I needed the 250 to go do that. I get a lot of clients that get all of that at the same time. It's like it get freaked out. I had this couple last week. They literally got 150 each at the bank. Then they got 500,000 between both of them in blueprint loans. Like, what do we do now? So here we got almost $700,000. But again, let's go get that big unit. No, let's break it down into pieces. The apartment complex storage units, okay, and let's have some safety. I don't believe in putting everything out there. I believe in having a backup for a backup like that unit there. We put a down payment, that's okay. We get a new income. What scares me is the tenants. When I get my first apartment complex in Fullerton, California, I had 117 units. After we closed escrow, I was like, damn, I kept thinking, what if they sue me and screw me up? The loan was secured with Pacific Bank. Then I did split deeding all over the place and, all right, signed with a mortgage. I just wanted to turn it to become the bank. I didn't want someone to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. So the reality is for this situation, created $76,800 a month for 30 years. Again, I've got clients that close apartment complexes, storage units. Those are the things we get that blueprint loan for. So let's understand Freddie Mac. Let's Google that later today. Let's find out that bridge loans and all the pieces we can do and find out what storage units or apartment complexes are available because they're all over the place in all 50 states. What if we get 100,000 per 20 units to fix them up? What if we get 98% of financing? Almost, a whole percent. So what do? We want to become the bank after that. Would that be the ultimate goal, becoming the bank and learning to play the old game? So if you ever want me, I'll find your locations for you. All right. There's companies out there that charge about 100,000 and they get a percentage of the business. I usually find locations and I do 3. I charge $25,000. But then if you're a client of mine, I discount it to $5,000. And then I'll fight to get the keys and then we'll share that piece, which means as I build the credit, we finance it up and away. You're getting 75%. I get 25% of that business. And I manage it while you just get money as an investor. And that's the ultimate goal. Who cares what happens? As long as we're making money and we're getting the honey, we're okay. We can always buy each other out, but let's hold it forever, okay? Let's tie it up to an irrevocable trust. Okay, so that way I've been doing things like that since 1987. You get a certificate of ownership. Okay, remember what Danny did? Danny kind of lied. All right, he screwed up. He didn't have enough subdivisions. He had to settle for that lawsuit, and he settled for $20,000. It came out of his pocket, not mine. I'm not the one who said I had all the divisions covered. He did. So remember, divisions, subdivisions. All right, they should always be aging with the corporation. And from there, it should be ready to purchase a business. And that's the ultimate goal. So if you got 9 divisions, you need 9 subs. That's usually basically a storage unit. No, that's what a car wash. That's a laundromat. That's a dry cleaner. If you want storage unit, it's going to be 36 divisions. If you want apartment complex, you need 72. See, numbers don't lie. They just tell you what you need to have the subdivisions in case someone slips and falls, wants to sue you and kind of screw you up. The 16 divisions within about 3 years should have about $16 million of credit. Every division can build $1 million of credit. So if we play this game, who's going to guarantee? I don't like to guarantee anything. Even the building I'm sitting in, my wife guaranteed it as a division of herself. Okay, franchise, house, credit card, whatever it might be. I just don't want to sign my name to anything because today's world, all they want to do is take it away. So now you're not a duck or a sheep. And what do we get to do? Multiply the credit and the asset by division base. Each corporate entity under the corporate umbrella can get credit and have a piece of property or whatever you want it to be. See, that division allows you to have another legal person under the corporation. Public record too. Not here to be CPA and attorney. So let's never bring the pain home. Would that be okay? Division, history, tax ID, credit reports. If you get them through me, since I created and invent them anyway, no one really teaches how to play besides me. You're getting basically 4, all right, 99, 3 for $14.97. Tonight it gets discounted. On top of that, tonight because of the holiday coming up, it's 6 for $9.99. It's an 18 for $24.99. It's a now. So keep in mind, all right, if you wanted big ones and you want lots of them, because you want to go after apartment complex, all right, what are you going to do? You're going to get basically the wholesale price tonight. So if we do this correctly, 20, 40, and 60. There's your price. Take a picture. It's a Zelle, now. And there's your Zelle information too. So let's understand. If I'm going to build this up, and I don't want to guarantee be a duck or a sheep because that's what everybody does. So I don't have a division of me, so I guarantee the building, the car, apartment complex, storage unit. I can make sure I don't bring the pain where? Home. It's $9.99, by the way. It's a Zelle. What do we get to do? See, I don't want to be a duck and a sheep. I don't want to bring the pain home to my family. I finally got a wife, 6 kids, and 12 grandkids. I never had a family as a kid. I don't know what Christmas and a birthday ever was till I got married. So some people want $250,000 in credit. If that's your goal to go after the big piece of property, okay, we'll do that too. All right, it's going to be an apartment complex. Storage unit, we want the big one. Well, we have to understand, if the bank is checkbook money up to 150, how do we get to 250? Well, the reality is you have blueprint loans that Chase has and also basically American Express has. We tried the $14.99 routine. It worked for a while, and now they want basically to tie everything up. So what happens is simple. All right, if you want to use my bank account, we'll use one of my accounts. What's it worth to use my account that has 100,000 in and out so the verify from the bank can actually do that for you? Well, I charge $4,999, $5,000. Then I position and do all the work for you anyway. When I get you the 250, you owe 10%. It's simple. That's how it works. So now you got $250,000 of credit. What are you gonna do with that? Hopefully, we're gonna basically do what like basically Steve and Joan did. You see, they did the $14.99, then they upgraded. Time we were done, they closed escrow June 20th. They got $86,000 a month coming in. Is that good? And I did most of the work for them anyway. So again, what do we get to do? We get to play, get the big line of credit in the apartment complex too. Now, if you ever want a blueprint loan, you got to make sure you have 100,000 coming in and out of the bank account on a monthly basis. That's what they usually want to see, 100,000 plus. I have a lot of accounts that do that. So the blueprint is $250,000 line of credit. Let's say the American Express one, there's a couple one out there as well. What do we get to do? We transfer the money into the account. We don't have to pay for anything until we transfer the money. We make them separate installment loans. So that means I'm going to use one of my divisions with history, age, and I'm going to sell it to you. I usually charge $10,000 just for that division. So if I do it my way and build the credit to it and exercise it, and on top of that 4 months later, take the division and put it to your corporation, now you got $250. What are you going to do now? All right. Hopefully you'll let me line you up for the apartment complex. Okay. So again, $250. What is our ultimate goal? Up to $100,000 a month. So that means if I line up my division to you, a discount from 10 to $49.99, $5,000, set it up, get that line of credit for the $250. All right. What's going to happen when you get it? You're going to owe me 10%. From there, the $250. Let's go buy a big building. Let's buy an apartment complex. Let's buy some storage units. It's more than one. If we just turn it into money, and basically bridge loan, that's $55,000 a month. So another way to make money. So if we get the money, we get the honey. How do we want to structure it? How do we do it? American Express, for instance. If you get the American Express Platinum business one, you would click it and it would show you blueprint. That's their gateway to get that line of credit. Don't apply unless you have money coming in and out of the account, because they'll actually shut it down. I've watched people have to wait 6 months to a year to reapply. If I do it for you, you're going to probably get it set up right away in about 4 months at the most from there. And then each division can multiply it. So if I did the first one, would you like to do another one again and again? All right, and then you get your apartment complex and you have the money coming in and out too. See, the ultimate goal is getting to the money. All right, because you're not winning the lottery, you're not getting a big raise. We can get the money to get the honey. That's the ultimate goal. If you wanted to do a bridge loan tonight, I'd say do the $5,000 one, $2,000 for the setup for the brokers, $5,000 in the account. Now you're going to create yourself up to $900 a month. It's $7,000. You use it on a card. Auto income, it's simple. Or if you want me to find the location for you, I charge $5,000, and I'll even help you close the escrow. We'll partner on that too. It's a Zelle or a basically credit card. There you go. It's a Zelle. Now, I'd like you to, on the same time, because there's a lot of things to do and to think about, but you're stuck with me every step of the way. All right, I'd like you to do self-analyzation. In other words, let's say your LLC or C Corp become an S Corp, and then your house payment offsets your taxes. Let's break even. All right, so C or LLC become S. All right, what do we get to do? Offset almost all the taxes under the 1244, and that's the goal. You should think about profit zone. When I get you to 5 million, you're going to have a corporation in Nevada called an LLC. Nevada is expensive, so we don't need it right now unless you live in Nevada. We want to get that LLC when you get to the profit zone. See, Nevada is a state. It's tax-free. That's the ultimate state to play, to win. Your LLC owns all the other pieces. It takes all the money to Nevada, leverage it, and go buy some more goodies too. The ultimate goal is you become the bank. If we become the bank, what do we get to do? Corporation, division, process. We're going to learn to leverage money off of a CD. We're going to reference 3. We're going to take a corporation under an umbrella. We're going to daisy chain the credit back and forth, and we're going to create buckets of money. Even the banks have CDs for corporations, and Chase has a 31-day CD. The ultimate goal had to play the game to win even more. So if we do this correctly, what do we get to do? How about we leverage money like $75,000 to a reference of $225? Then they give you $1.25 million. Would that be okay? They give you $1.125, and we go get an apartment complex too. So what do we want to do? I want you to think, borrow money is not taxable. If we took borrow money that's not taxable, would you do what you're told to do? This means we would take the borrow money from $1,000 to $75,000 into more, and we use that money to go buy our American dream. In other words, you use that to buy the lifetime income, which should literally be real estate or franchise, in my opinion. The ultimate goal, the ultimate dream but that's up to you. So if you become the bank, you can win the game. What do you think? The ultimate goal is like the corporation in the division process. Your Bank of America is now bankrupt 7,001 locations. Boom. What did they do? They bankrupted debt, took the assets and the money, wrote off the debt. You problem is you decided to be you. Doesn't matter if you look at Chase, US Bank, or Wells Fargo. How about look at Walmart had to pay $45 million last week, and Sam's Club, Geico, Cities. So we have the ability to play the game to win. And the good thing is you're stuck with me every step of the way. You can stop bringing the pain home. You can become a certified CFO, and you can reprogram your brain to millionaire status. We can look beyond that curtain every time. And what do? We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So the ultimate goal tonight, think about structure and foundation. And understand, I have teams that will help us, but every class and everything you do, you're stuck with me every step of the way, and every coaching. Currently, all coaching is through me. I'm training my senior and junior coaches that will take over in a month or so. But anybody in coaching currently, they get stuck with me till they're done. So the ultimate goal, you can always call 800-254-9506. That means basically you're going to basically pay the normal pricing. The ultimate goal will be up to you. I offer something tonight as a discount. There you go. So let's do this. Let's do our best. As we know, God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.